Humans are so excitable. I find it very entertaining. In any case, our recommendations are up over 100% for the year, and that is very cool. We have been working hard to create a process for the individual trader that emulates a professional environment. In other words, a process where the trader trades. Analysis is done by us using powerful, automated data analytics. And trade signals are generated by a bot that never gets distracted, so you can live without being stuck to a trading screen. All you do is trade. Well, mission accomplished. And the results have exceeded expectations. So people are asking how we did it. How the strategy works. As well as to see the numbers. All valid questions, and so that is what we will address today. Let's get started with numbers. This is a spreadsheet that contains every item on every watch list that our clients received over the past 8 months. For each recommendation, we have recorded the signal to open the trade, and the signal to close the trade. If you look closely, you will see that some weeks had less than 5 items on the watch list. We try to provide 5, but if our tools found only 4, that is what went out. You will also notice that some recommendations for the watch list never opened. The operative word here is watch. Sometimes the trade never develops. So that item then gets removed from the list. Today we will look at the summary numbers. By the way, for prospective clients, I am happy to get into more detail. There is a link in the description for contact info. We are going to be referencing profit and loss numbers, which require some background information about the size of each trade and the use of capital. Every broker will have their own rules, but at Interactive Brokers where we trade, 20% of the actual trade value is locked up. In this spreadsheet, the size of each position is about $20,000, which then requires approximately $4,000 of capital. And as the maximum number of positions open at one time is 5, the following results would have tied up about $20,000 of your trading account. Okay. Over the course of 32 weeks there were 152 individual items for your watch list. 84 of those were winners. 52 of those were losers. And 16 were non-starters, meaning they did not generate a signal to open. The average winner generated a profit of $312.18 while the average loser was $87.45. Backing up and looking at things by the week, there were 28 profitable weeks and 4 losing weeks. The average winning week was $806.27 and the average loser was $202.99. An interesting point is that 3 of the 4 losing weeks were sequential. That detail begs a discussion about market conditions, but we will leave market conditions as grist for another mill. Max drawdown was $748.51. And net profit comes to $21,763.62. A little over 100%. Now we are going to take a look behind the curtain. Remember that in our system, we do the analysis, provide you with a watch list, and then send signals in real time. That is our part. You then handle the execution. But I want you to have an overview of our end. Why? To give you the confidence that there is some serious muscle behind every facet of the system. So first we are going to look at the analysis. At the heart of this strategy is something called relative value analysis. In this video we will see the tools, but if you want to know more about relative value, there are a couple of links in the description. One is for a document that describes the technique, including some trading ideas. The other is a video that takes a common sense approach to understanding relative value analysis. Okay, so, the RW analysis tool is actually a conglomeration of tools. And the output in this case being the watch list that is delivered each Sunday. The first step is to identify stocks that have similar behavior to changes in the market. That is done using a mathematical technique called principal component analysis, or PCA. Even with the tools there is quite a lot of work to identify these groups, which we call baskets. But that work pays off, because products that behave similarly to market risks, tend to move similarly. And when there is a departure from that behavior, they often return to normal quickly. Something called mean reversion. And mean reversion is easy to trade. In the second step, the tool takes the basket of related symbols, and compares each symbol to every other in the basket, and using historical data determines the strongest pairs for mean reversion. You will hear words like correlation and cointegration with this technique, and they are an important part of the analysis. Of course, to make it to the watch list, each pair must also be currently some distance from the mean. If a pair passes muster, we move to the detailed analysis, which includes charts and a simple back test of the mean reversion. All still good? Then the pair is moved to the observe page, where we keep the candidates for the watch list. Finally, we use a technique from physics called first passage time density. In the trading world, it is usually called hitting probabilities, which tests the strength of the mean reversion from the historical performance. This helps us rank the watch list candidates. Mean reversion allows for simple trading, and strong mean reversion creates a trading strategy that is both simple and has a high probability of success. That is gold. This process is repeated after the market closes each week, normally with over 30 baskets. From that, we send the top 5 to our clients. The newest part of our system are the live trade signals. And while this is certainly a new addition for our individual clients, it is once again an extension of services that we have provided to professional trading firms for many years. We have a tool called, not surprisingly, the Signal tool. It is capable of handling diverse trade strategies, timeframes, and data connections. We simply added the fast trading signal. The tool reads the symbols from the watch list, subscribes to data from interactive brokers, and starts monitoring all for open or closed signals. When a trade situation appears, a signal is generated, which is written to the database and sent to our execution tool. The webpage updates, and an email goes out to our beta testers. Soon the updates will include push notifications as well. Before we wrap up today, I want to show you a couple of recent trades. The first is APAMRO. This was on the watch list from a few weeks back. We will zoom in to take a closer look. The signal to open a long trade was here. And the exit was 3 weeks later, here. Using the same trade size as we discussed earlier, this trade had a profit of about $700. Next is WEXEEFT. Look at this chart. The strength of the mean reversion is clear. The signal to open short was here. But look what happened the next day. Wow! We ran straight through our target with a profit of over $1,000 in less than 2 days. If you are new to this type of trading, I recommend you spend a few minutes looking at this chart. It is a great example of the mean reversion that we find using the fast trading system. Very powerful stuff. I hope that answers a few of the questions that have been asked. We welcome inquiries from people that are serious about trading. Please check the description below for a few ways to be part of our growing community. Thanks for watching.